everybody. Dave Brown here at ringside along with Corey Macklin, and we are set to go with another day of USWA Championship Wrestling. Corey?
Oh, we got a big one. Opening bout today, Richard Lee and his Moondogs. They're going to be in here to open things up today. Then we'll see Brian Christopher in a single bout against Billy Travis. Good single bout there. Then you'll see the superstar Bill Dundee teaming up with Junkyard Dog right here today. They'll be up against Reggie B. Fine, and he's got a partner in there. Reno Riggins and Tony Williams will be in against Brickhouse Brown and his partner Doug Gilbert. That's coming up. And to the expiration of time here today, you got Jeff Jarrett in the single bout against Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. What a big card we got.
Some of these matchups here, main events anywhere in the country, let me tell you.
Indeed.
You know, when you're starting with the Moondogs in your first scheduled match of the day, you may have problems ahead.
Trouble.
We'll be back with them in just a moment. Well, we're about ready to go with the opening match of the day, but
Fear rises with the full moon. Down in the wild.
Well, it looks like they brought a little bit of everything. They got a sign, they've got a chair, they got a wash tub.
I'd just give my dogs a bath, if you don't mind, before I got down here today. Dave Brown,
Richard
you're
Lee.
looking at a man that is not very happy. And there's a whole lot of things going on around here, from bad refereeing to bad management to everything else. But there's a few things that are just really, really eating in my craw. The first one is Jeff Jarrett and Jerry Lawler. Now, the first thing they did was they came in here and did everything they could possibly do to get stipulations put on matches to get our title. They never outright beat my dogs for the title. My dogs, in my opinion, are still the World Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. And Jeff Jarrett, Jerry Lawler, keep that in mind, brother, because we're going to take back what's ours. The second thing that's bothering me is we've got somebody else running around here wanting to be a dog. Well, Junkyard Dud, let me tell you something, brother. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my dog. The best thing for you to do is to come crawling on your knees and say, Richard Lee, please let me call myself a dog. But you don't have what it takes, brother. And my mother told me the best way to put something in a hard head is to beat it in it, and we're going to beat it into your hard head, punk. And then the last thing, Dave Brown, that has got me real upset. I'm sure there's some people over here in the crowd that remember about 2 weeks ago when the Rock and Roll Express came out here. Their big, long, lanky hair flying all over the place. And they thought it was funny to put shaving cream all over me and tear my clothes off. Rock and Roll Express, what you did, boys, was you signed your death warrant. And you signed a death warrant for everybody else in this territory, too. Because let me tell you what I'm fixing to do. I'm fixing to turn my dogs loose, and I'm going to show everybody in this stinking territory just exactly what happens when you mess with Richard Lee and my Moondog. Go have some breakfast, boys.
Richard Lee sending them into the ring. The Turman brothers, Jerry and John, climbing in there. And I don't envy them.
John and Jerry Turman are the recipients of the Moondogs today. Boy, are they coming in there beating up on the Turmans in there.
Take a break. We'll be back, fans, with more from the USWA. Well, they're still here. We're going to go, Richard.
Woo! Moondog Mountain, baby. It's all open. Don't stick around anybody.
We're going to go on with this program, you like it or not here. Right now, we're going to get them out of here sooner or later, I promise you. Right now, we're going to take a look at the card coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. 7:30 is when it begins.
Boy.
Pro Wrestling Illustrated video TV taping coming up Monday night at the Coliseum. A big, super spectacular night. And with the video taping there, 15 big matches. 15 of them for the end of summer extravaganza. 7:30 is when it begins at the Mid-South Coliseum. Opening match. Billy Travis will be going against Brick House Brown. What an opener in two veteran wrestlers, and that just kicks things off for this big videotaping Monday night. Eric Embry will be in the next match. He will be going against the Hitman, Doug Gilbert. Following that, it's Tommy Rich, Wildfire, against the Hornet. After that, yet another single match. Dutch Mantell, the man from Oil Trough, Texas, going against, that's right, young pistol Tracy Smothers. Tracy Smothers made a great name for himself, not only in the USWA some time ago, but more recently in the WCW. Well, he'll be going against Dutch Mantell. That should be a terrific match Monday night at the Coliseum. Robert Gibson going against Buddy Landell, another fine single match. Then you got Jeff Jarrett stepping in against Mike Samples. Now, this one looks like it'll be an easy win for Jeff, but something that I don't like seeing, especially the way it worked out last week. There's a special referee in this match. That special referee, Bert Prentice. Not
time they got a fair referee.
Not a good sign for Jeff Jarrett. Mike Samples will be going against him, but remember, Bert Prentice, the special referee. Then the Southern title will be on the line. Reno Riggins, the champion, will be defending against the man he won the belt from, Brian Christopher, the former holder of that Southern title.
I love this one.
Well, then it's going to be the Superstar against Moondog Spot.
Spot gets to make a spot out of the midget, baby. I love it. Okay, Spot, you get the midget, baby.
And then it's Moondog Cujo against the Junkyard Dog coming in here.
Junkyard Dud is what it is. Because I'm telling you, Junkyard Dud, what you better do is come out here on your hands and knees and pray for some mercy, punk.
Talking about mercy, you may be asking for mercy. Look at this. Rick Morton has got you in a grudge match.
I asked for this match, as a matter of fact, Dave Brown. I went to the promotion. I said, look, I don't have to put up with people putting shaving cream all over me and trying to make me look like a goofball on national TV. I personally asked for this match with Ricky Morton, and I'm fixing to show him what happens when you back a man into a corner.
We'll see. You've got the match with him. It's the Moondogs going against one of them. Spot is going against Dundee, and Cujo against the Junkyard Dog, and then you are going to be going against Rick Morton in that grudge match. It may be a long night for Richard Lee and the Moondogs at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Can't wait for that one.
Yeah. Then let's take a look at a special challenge match in which Jerry Lawler, the King, will be going against Mr. Hughes. Now, that's Terry Taylor in the foreground. That big guy in the back with a hat on, Mr. Hughes. He is huge. There's no doubt about that. And he will be going against the King in this special challenge match. Grudge tag team battle. Rock and Roll Express will be going against both Moondogs.
And let me tell you, Dave Brown, Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson, you better listen to me, boys, and listen good. The best thing for you to do is stay home and don't even show up, because Spot and Cujo saw what you did to me on national TV, and they're upset, baby, and you're going to pay the fine.
Well, we'll see Monday night at the Coliseum when Rock and Roll Express will be stepping in there against Richard Lee's Moondog. That's not all, though. Remember, 15 matches in all. You got a first blood match in which Bill Dundee and Junkyard Dog will be going against Tommy Rich and Buddy Landell. In this one, a guy gets cut open. He's eliminated. He's out of there, and it goes until one team is completely eliminated. Then, USWA World Tag Titles will be at stake. Lawler and Jarrett bringing them in there to defend against Mr. Hughes, that big guy, and he will have as his partner young pistol Tracy Smothers. The World Tag Titles on the line in that one. That's not the only match of the night in which world title is going to be at stake, though. The Unified World Title, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, will be going against Sergeant Slaughter. You know him from the WWF And he will be in here to try to take the belt away from you, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
I am not going to be wrestling Sergeant Slaughter and Mr. Mike Samples. You can tell him why. He's already promised me this. I'm not wrestling Sergeant Slaughter.
First off, you better stop advertising this or you're going to get arrested for false advertising. That match will not happen, and let me tell you why. Now, everyone knows that I own a major portion of this company.
That's right.
Wait. You may, we don't even have proof. You may own 10%. 10% is not major.
Dave, it doesn't surprise me that you're a couple of weeks behind. There have been some major acquisitions this past week, but I'm not prepared to tell you about that. What I am prepared to talk about is the fact that Eddie Marlin has formed an alliance with a man by the name of Vince McMahon and the WWF. Now, they're sending people down here trying to do away with my associates, Eddie Gilbert, and nice people like the Moondogs, and that makes me mad. I'm not going to stand for it.
Steal my title.
Sergeant Slaughter is a former WWF World's Heavyweight Champion. If they would send someone down here, a preliminary wrestler, it would be okay. But not a former champion. Eddie Gilbert has other things to do. That match will not take place. I'm not going to stand for... Oh, now here comes Eddie Marlin.
Yeah, Eddie.
Here comes Eddie Marlin. I come out here to tell you that match is going to take place. It's been signed, and the match will take place. I don't care what you say.
Well, you can come out here and talk all you want. You have to confer with me before you sign any more matches. I have good ownership in this company now, and you're not just going to have carte blanche to come in here and sign up match after match after match after match because you come see me from now on. You understand?
Let me tell you something. I've signed
No,
the
don't tell me
best
nothing.
card that's ever been in this city,
I don't
and
care.
you're out here trying to run it
I
down.
don't care.
I'm telling
I
you,
don't
your
care.
10% might
don't
allow
care.
you to sweep out the ring or something, but
You're
it does
behind,
not
too.
allow you to sign the matches.
You're behind,
I'm
too.
signing the matches,
10%
and the
is
match
higher
will
now.
take place.
Sergeant Slaughter
No, it won't
again.
either. Sergeant Slaughter, he may come down here, but it won't do him any good. He can get back on the plane and go.
The match will take place, and you can either get out
I
here
don't
or I'll
care.
throw you
You
out
come
here
see
right
me
now.
when you want to
I
sign a
don't
match.
see you for nothing.
Oh, come on, Eddie. Turn him loose.
I'm not going to have to wrestle Sergeant Slaughter now, am I?
Here comes Jeff.
Look at Eddie Marlin.
Well, there they go. Samples and Eddie Gilbert. Jeff, help him out of here.
I don't care how many sucker punches he can throw. That match will take place. Sergeant Slaughter's got a word to say to him about it, and he will pay for that.
Yeah, we've got some videotape on Sergeant Slaughter. Let's take a look at that. Thanks, Jeff, for helping.
Attention, hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. You scum, you slime, you maggot. My name is Slaughter. Drill Sergeant Slaughter. Have you ever heard of Drill Sergeant Slaughter? Well, it's your lucky day, because my orders just came down, and they say that I am to go to Memphis and face you at the Mid-South Coliseum this Monday night. Your worst nightmare. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. I am Sergeant Slaughter, and when I come to the Mid-South Coliseum, my mission is to seek out and destroy you. I'm gonna kick butt and take names. And speaking of names, why do you call yourself Hot Stuff? Are you some kind of a pretty boy? Well, I don't like pretty boys. Do I? Do I, Hot Stuff? Speak up! Speak up, you rat! I can't hear you. Hot stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Consider your days numbered. Consider your hours numbered. Consider your seconds numbered. Because I, Sergeant Slaughter, am coming to defeat you for the USWA Heavyweight Championship. And I will that an order?
Eddie Gilbert not happy about it, but he's going to have to face Sergeant Slaughter Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. That's the main event of 15 huge matches Monday night. We'll be back after this. Gum chewing holder of the Texas title is scheduled for an interview right here. Here he comes right here. Belt around his waist. Brian Christopher, as if he needed any introduction. Yeah. Yeah, I see. I see you calling for applause, and I see you not getting any applause from the folks over here.
That's because they're lame brains. How many times I got to tell you that, Dave Brown? They don't know when to applaud when a real champ comes out here. But that don't bother me at all. You know why? I'm a happy man, Dave. I'm so happy. I've been on a big winning streak. And now, this week, I got my Southern heavyweight title match coming up against this young punk sissy fairy, Reno Riggins, who came in here a couple of months ago and stole my belt. The thief stole my belt. But now I got me a return title match. And it ain't going to be like that this time. You see, Reno Riggins comes in here, and that's all I've heard ever since he stole my belt. Reno Riggins. Reno. Just like that right there. You see, all these hairy-legged, pimply-faced girls over here, they start screaming and yelling when they hear Reno Riggins. But you know why they're screaming? It's because when Reno comes out there, they started screaming. But if I saw a face like that coming towards me, I'd start hollering and screaming too. But you know, Dave, you know, the Southern champion is supposed to be a wrestler that people look up to. It's supposed to be a wrestler that everybody wants to be like me. It's supposed to be a wrestler that little kids, they want to grow up and be just like them. They just idolize them. And that's Brian Christopher. That's me, you understand? That's not Reno Riggins. That's not the sissy boy. Now, you see, Dave, this shows you just what I'm talking about. This is my interview time, and here he comes. It shows he has no class.
Here's Reno.
I've been back here listening to your big mouth, your big stinking mouth, and you've got a big mouth, Brian Christopher.
I'll tell you what, boy, don't call me nothing, and don't stick... Ah! You're trying to break my finger, boy. What do you think you're doing, boy? Huh?
Come on, we ain't got to wait for no match. We got it right now. We got a ring right here.
Oh, you see, he wants to get out here and push on me and everything, and think I'm gonna get in the ring with you. Well, boy, I ain't getting in the ring with you. I got me a scheduled match. You see, I got a match against Billy Travis right now, and see, he's twice the man that you are because he don't come out here and start pushing on folks. And well, I tell you what I would do. I'd slap your stinking taste out of your mouth if you pushed on me again. You understand?
You want to shut this belt, boy? You come over here and smack the taste out of my mouth because I don't think you can do it. They've got a ring right here. Now, you're man enough. You'll get in that ring right now.
Don't you even challenge me, punk, because I will.
Get in the ring right now.
No, I don't have to get in the ring right now. I got a scheduled match. And if I did get in the ring with you, I'd probably break your neck. But I don't have to.
Let me tell you something, Brian Christopher. You've been coming out here running your mouth, running me down, running all these good people down. Well, it's going to come to a stop because I've got you in a match this week, boy, and I'm going to end your career.
You see, any other day I would step in here and beat this young punk's brains out. But I got a match. He wants to come out here and try to... Hey, I tell you what, I'll fight you, boy. Come on right now. See, I'm ready for him now. I'm ready now. Come on, where's he at now, huh? Where's he at now, Dave? Where's he at now, huh? I'm ready now. Bring him out here.
Right.
I'm ready now.
That's incredible. You're ready for him after he leaves. He challenged you to get in the ring, and you wouldn't do it. But I tell you what, you're right about one thing.
Not out here, is he?
No, he's not.
He's scared of me.
I don't think he's scared of you, but you're right about one thing. You got a tough opponent waiting for you up there in that ring right now in Billy Travis, as Billy is standing right there and inviting you into the ring.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to make an example out of this Billy Joe, sissy boy right here. Just pretend like this is Reno.
Well, you may make an example out of him, and you may not.
Hey, Christopher grabs a hold to the referee and Kevin Christian, and Billy Travis nails him. Big right hand from Travis in there. Takes Brian Christopher, whips him into the turnbuckle. Big backdrop on him. Boy, did he flip him up in there. Billy Travis goes after Brian Christopher. Series of big right hands, and boy, you don't hear that big mouth of Christopher's rolling in there anymore.
Can you believe that guy? He refuses the challenge, basically, from Reno Riggins until Reno's gone, and then he says, I'm ready now. I'm ready now. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, boy.
Well, he is the Texas heavyweight champion, Brian Christopher, and he takes an elbow from Billy Travis. He's got him covered. 1, 2.
Feet on the rope.
Yeah, he's got both of them wrapped around that rope. Right on the bottom rope in there, gets a break out of it, and Travis just drops down on it. Brian Christopher crawling over to his corner there now. Comes out, and Travis just covers him again. Sets him up now.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he picks Christopher up and just slams him down.
This may be it. Nope, can't hold him. I thought Billy may have had him there with that move.
Yeah, only got one out of it, though. Look like good movement there from Travis.
Billy's got that right fist double. Brian Christopher hanging in the corner.
Travis pulls him out of there. Oh. He's got Christopher laid out in the middle of the ring.
Fans say yes. Referee says don't do it. I'll disqualify you. He did not do it. Again, he had to cover, but only a 1 count, Corey.
Indeed. He flips Christopher over. Flips him right over his shoulder. Christopher grabs him by his hair over there. Pulling the hair of Billy Travis. Travis holding on to Brian Christopher. Good single bout here today. Boy, we got a big program here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. A lot of it still to go. A good bout here. 1 fall, 10 minutes in time. Travis just nails him in the midsection.
He got him with a forearm, too. That was completely legal. And just as effective as a fist, I believe. Oh, my goodness.
Boy, Travis went in after him and caught nothing but that top turnbuckle.
Brian Christopher had left. Christopher, right fist. He nailed Billy right in the side of the face with his doubled up fist.
Drops down with a foot on him. Kicks away and stomps away at Travis in there. There's that goofy laugh of his. Brian Christopher sets Travis up. Boy, a big double up right fist that nails Billy. Oh, he's choking him over there. Using the rope for leverage and choking Billy. Referee gives him the warning over there to break the hold. Christopher picks Billy Travis up, slams him down, gets up on the middle rope now. Oh! Travis gets out of the way, and Brian Christopher caught that canvas with those knees that time. Billy Joe swinging away at him.
Travis reminding Brian Christopher that he's not the only one that can use a fist.
And boy, can he use it too.
Uh-oh,
watch him. Yeah, he's got
you can see that chain.
Yeah, he's got a chain over there. Christopher holding on to that chain. Reverses Billy. Whips him into the other corner and nails him with that big chain. Well, referee Kevin Christian didn't get a chance to see what Christopher had in that. He's got 2. He got a 3 out of it.
Billy trying to kick out at the last second, but just could not do it after being hit with a fist that had a chain wrapped around it, thanks to Brian Christopher. Oh, look out, here comes Reno Riggins. Reno's talking to the referee and explaining, I heard him say chain, yeah. See, he was watching the monitor and saw what happened back there. And Brian Christopher, of course, is denying it. Said, no, I don't know what you're talking about, referee. I have no chain.
Reno Riggins still telling the referee, hey, he had a chain wrapped around his fist and hit him.
Hey, I did not have a chain. I swear. I swear.
He did have a chain. Oh, and now,
Hey, if you want to check me, Check me, I have no chain, I swear. Believe me, they're liars.
Well, I don't know if you could see it or not. I don't know if we got a shot of it, but what he did, he gave the chain to Eddie Gilbert, and now Eddie Gilbert's got the chain. And so the referee...
Oh, look at Christopher. Now he wants to...
Yeah, sure. Search me.
Let him search him, yeah.
Of course not. He just handed the chain off to Eddie Gilbert, and there Gilbert...
You see, I'm not a cheater. I win fair and square.
Yeah, well, we saw... Yeah,
Look at Eddie Gilbert. Yeah, he's got the
Look
chain.
at Eddie Gilbert holding that chain up right there. Boy, these guys, I tell you, two of a kind. Brian Christopher, Eddie Gilbert going out of here. Christopher very satisfied. He has won the match fair and square, he says. Reno Riggins explained to the referee what happened. But all the referee could do is search. He didn't find a chain. It's going to stand. Brian Christopher gets the win over Billy Travis. We've got a lot more to go. We'll be back with it right after this. Before we continue with the action here, I want to take just a moment out to talk about the entire card coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. And involved in the action, of course, Jeff Jarrett. Eddie Marlin has already mentioned a couple of things about the card, including the fact that main event will take place whether Eddie Gilbert likes it or not. Jeff?
David, we got a lot of matches to talk about, but there's one in particular. You know, Mike Samples, I was chomping at the bit, you might want to say, to sign the dotted line to go against you. Because now it looks like I didn't realize Burt Prentice was going to be the special referee. Well, he's going to be there, and he's going to be the special referee, and I guess you thought that Burt was going to get up in the ring, and he was going to be able to hold me like Eddie Gilbert held Eddie. Well, that ain't going to be the story. Yeah, Mike Samples, Monday night, I'm going to have a match against you, and Burt Prentice is going to be a special referee, but somebody else is going to be at ringside, and Mike Samples, I can't wait to get my hands on you.
Dave, I want Mike Samples and Burt Prentice to hear this. I'm not just going to be at ringside. He inserted Burt Prentice as a special referee. Well, I'm assigning 2 referees to this particular match, and I'm going to be referee number 2.
That's exactly right, Mike Samples.
2 special referees. I like it a lot better, especially after what happened with Burt Prentice last week in that match. He was special referee. Yeah, put Eddie out there, a second special referee. That helps that one a whole lot, let me tell you. Let's check that entire card. 7:30 it begins, Monday night. Pro Wrestling Illustrated video TV taping going on. End of summer extravaganza. Can you believe 15 big matches coming up there? Opener, Billy Travis will be going against Brickhouse Brown. Eric Embry against Hitman Doug Gilbert. Tommy Rich takes on the Hornet. And it'll be Dutch Mantell out of Oil Trough, Texas, going against young pistol Tracy Smothers. Robert Gibson against Buddy Landell. Jeff Jarrett against Mike Samples with 2 special referees. One of them will be Burt Prentice. The other one will be Eddie Marlin. Then the Southern title is on the line. Reno Riggins will be defending against the man he won the belt from, Brian Christopher. Then Superstar Bill Dundee against Moondog Spot. Moondog Cujo will be going against the Junkyard Dog, JYD. Then, in a grudge match, Rick Morton against Richard Lee. Richard Lee says he asked for this one because of the shaving cream incident a couple of weeks ago. Special challenge match, the very large Mr. Hughes. You see him with the sunglasses and the hat on here in this picture. Going against the King, Jerry Lawler. A grudge tag team battle, Rock and Roll Express. Put him in here against the Moondogs. Then in a first blood match, when a man is cut open, he's eliminated from the match. Bill Dundee and Junkyard Dog going against Tommy Rich and Buddy Landell. More about that one in a moment. USWA World Tag Title match coming up then. Jerry Lawler and Jeff Jarrett bringing the belts to defend against Mr. Hughes and Tracy Smothers. But that's not all. Main event of the night, unified world title at stake. It will take place. Whether Eddie Gilbert likes it or not, he's going to have to defend the belt against Sergeant Slaughter from the WWF. Hot stuff. Eddie Gilbert will have his belt on the line. It all happens Monday night, 7:30. 15 big matches in all at the Mid-South Coliseum. Tell you what, I told you that we'd have a little bit more to say about one of the matches. Bill Dundee, Junkyard Dog against Rich and Landell. Take a look at this right here, and you'll see why.
flip him up and over. Slams Rich. Landell comes in. He gets the same treatment. Landell tries to fall with an elbow. He misses Dundee. Oh, watch out, Tommy Rich. You got a dog running behind you there. It's a grudge tag battle. Dundee and Junkyard Dog. Oh, against Landell and Rich. And Buddy Landell just nailed Dundee. Junkyard Dog has got Tommy Rich cut open some kind of bat. Takes that dog collar chain and slings him in the ring. Dundee's got Landell. And they slam him right smack dab into each other. Watch Tommy Rich over here. Oh, Dundee and Landell picked up. Rich nailed him from the back. 2. Oh, boy.
Don't miss the rematch and 14 other matches Monday at 7:30. Superstar Bill Dundee has got as his partner the Junkyard Dog, and they're going to be in action right here in just a couple of minutes. Here they come right here. Before they go into the ring, I'd like to get them over here for a word or two, maybe about Tommy Rich and Buddy Landell and anything else that might be on their mind. Superstar leading the way right here as they are just about set to go into battle. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Dave. How you doing?
Doing fine. See, you got JYD with you here.
That's right, and I feel a little embarrassed this week because when I called the dog and asked him to come on in here, we was going to beat up Tommy Rich and Buddy Landell, and that's exactly what we did. Now, I told you, boys, when you hear the howl, you better look behind you because he's got this big chain, and he'll use it. And you did sneak a little win in there. I'm not, well, you can't sell him short. You're very good at sneaking up on people, Rich, and that's exactly what you did. You hit me in the back of the neck, down I went, Buddy Landell got the win, 1, 2, 3. But this week, brother, it don't make no never mind who gets pinned because it's a first blood match. And you two's already got scars on your head from last week, so just let me tell you, brother, when the dog whacks you again with this big chain, we's gonna win, right, dog?
There you go. I didn't come here for no dadgum picnic. I come here to take care of business. So Buddy Landell and Tommy Rich, don't act like you're a mailman. Don't send it. Bring it on down to me. You got 295 pounds of twisted steel and a little bit of sex appeal. So if the price is right, you bring that hind in on down tonight and get it ready inside that square circle because Superstar Bill Dundee and myself is going to be sure enough ready.
All right.
That's right, Dave. What can we say? So you better have it all together, boys, because this week he's going to whack you again with that chain and that.
The Superstar, the Junkyard Dog.
Get the Moondogs ready next.
Oh, challenge for the Moondogs, too. They head for the ring right now. They are going to be going against, Reggie B. Fine coming in here. Reggie B. And his partner today is the Shadow. The Shadow and Reggie B. to step in against Superstar and Junkyard Dog. Reggie B. over insulting the crowd. I'm sure, I don't know what he's saying, but I'm sure he's insulting somebody.
Yeah, he's something else, boy. Reggie B. Fine. Teaming up with the Shadow here today, and Dundee with a challenge for Reggie in there.
Yeah, Dundee saying, I'm starting. Why don't you climb in, Reggie? And it looks like that's the way it's going to be. Here we go. This should be a good match, Corey.
Indeed, the Superstar, Bill Dundee, and Junkyard Dog teaming up. Boy, what a team these two make in there. Dundee comes in out of Australia. His partner, JYD, wrestling in out of Atlanta, GA. Oh, Reggie finds it. Oh, he pulled my hair. Boy, if it was any up there, you may could believe the story. But oh, Reggie B. Fine. There he is. And complaining that Dundee pulled his hair. And there he goes again. Boy, let me see.
I tell you what, while Reggie is complaining, which it looks like he's going to do all day, take a listen and watch as you hear what Buddy Landell has to say.
cashing in on favors. You just about run through all your favors. Junkyard Dog this time at hand. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I got my head busted open so bad that I couldn't even do my interview with Tommy Rich. Had to come home and get sewed up, and then I got to come here and sit in my living room with my kids seeing my head busted open. Let me tell you something, Bill Dundee, Junkyard Dog. I got time on my side, like Mick Jagger said, so it don't make any difference to me, baby. Wherever it is in the USWA, I'm coming after you. Tommy Rich is coming after you. We're unbeatable.
Fine finally quit complaining and headed for the corner to tag his partner. Dundee had one parting shot. Here's the Shadow.
Dundee whips him into the ropes. Big backdrop on the Shadow in there from the superstar. Bill Dundee, he's been handling all for his team. Tags JYD. Boy, when you see this big guy come in after you, it makes you almost want to stop and in your tracks there to run up against a big guy like Junkyard Dog. He goes after the Shadow in there. Takes the Shadow, whips him into the ropes. Dog comes off and slams the Shadow down to the mat in there.
Yeah, he just sort of grabbed him and pushed him down to the mat there. Oh, my goodness, you talk about strength. He's got it.
Boy, he's got it. He's got that strength and power indeed. Just holds the Shadow out with just one arm in there and slams him down to the mat. Takes him and slings him over to his partner, Reggie B.
Reggie's not too anxious to climb through the ropes. Look at that. He's decided he wants to have a conference with the crowd. And
oh, he wants to fight somebody out of the crowd instead of fighting Junkyard Dog.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know that young man, but I bet Reggie's going to have a lot more success with him than he is against the Junkyard Dog when he steps in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he didn't even get in there. The Shadow had to go back in. The referee was going to count him out, so the Shadow had to step back in there.
Boy, look at the Shadow over there. Junkyard Dog gave him a tummy knee drop, Dave, and boy, he almost fell out of the ring. Dundee takes him down to the mat. Good arm takedown from the superstar.
Dundee is telling Reggie B. Fine it ought to be ashamed for not tagging when the dog was in there and allowed to tag.
Dundee takes the Shadow, whips him in. Elbow, and takes the Shadow down to the mat. Dundee going in after the mask of the Shadow.
Bill Dundee, the superstar. There's a tag. And now is Reggie going to step through there? I don't know. Let's see. Well, he's got to adjust his boots, he said. Got to fix my boot here. So the Shadow has to stay in. Oh, this guy is something else.
Oh, indeed.
Refused 2 tags already. One against JYD and now against Dundee. He doesn't want to get in there. He started the match. Now he doesn't want to come back in there. Now tag him, says Dundee. There he is, tag him. Reggie says, oh, it's time, my morning exercise.
Oh, boy.
Time for my exercises right here. What's the matter, referee? I don't understand what you're saying, referee. And his partner, poor Shadow, is standing there. Please, tag me. These guys are killing me out here. But Reggie's saying, you're doing fine. Look, come here, let me tell you. Yeah, you're doing great. What you need to do is go back in there and get him again.
Shadow's asking for a little equal opportunity in there, and Reggie B. Fine doesn't want to honor it.
Here comes Junkyard Dog back in.
JYD picks the Shadow up. Wow, what a big power slam on him. 2, 3, got him. Superstar Bill Dundee and the Junkyard Dog get the win. Look at Reggie B. Fine.
Reggie B. Fine is saying, well, what can I say? What can I do? It's time for me to get out of here, fans. There he goes. Refused to tag, 3 times?
Yeah.
Left his partner in there. And a round of applause. Look at that from JYD. JYD has given a round of applause to the Shadow. He and Dundee know that the Shadow certainly did more than his part, more than should have been expected of him in that match. Even though he lost, he gets a round of applause from the big Junkyard Dog. Tommy Rich going to be looking for these guys, and they're going to be looking for him, too.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Tommy.
Bill Dundee, you and me rode the roads together. We chased women, and we did it all together. Them days are gone. You went out. I fought you one-on-one, man-to-man. You couldn't carry the load. You went out and got the big black stud, JYD, that eats dog biscuits. Memphis, Tennessee, Monday night, They want a first blood match. Yeah, they busted my head because Junkyard Dog had a dead gum chain. We don't cheat. Bill Dundee picked Buddy Landell up. He couldn't hold him, fell back, he lost the match. That wasn't my fault. I'm telling you, Memphis, Tennessee, Monday night, I'm going to cripple Bill Dundee. And when Buddy Landell and myself get through, we're going to take Junkyard Dog, the big black superstar he is, and we're going to take and shove dog biscuits down his throat. The first blood, Dundee's going to come on you.
Well, just glancing at the sheet here for all the action coming up around the territory, there's a bunch of it. Tell us all about it.
Oh, we've got a lot of it. It begins today, 4 o'clock in Paragould, Arkansas, Dave, at the Greene County Fair. The King, Jerry Lawler, Eddie Gilbert, Brian Christopher, Reno Riggins will be there looking for him, too. It's today, 4 o'clock at the Greene County Fair, right there in Paragould, Arkansas. Hope you're there. Shelby, Mississippi, Thursday night, September 17th, 8 p.m. at the High School. Rock and Roll Express, the Gilberts, Jared Dundee, Miss Texas, Lauren Davenport, Brickhouse Brown, all on the card in Shelby, Mississippi. Friday night, September 18th, 7:30 Wynn, Arkansas, at the Knights of Columbus Hall. Rock and Roll Express on the card. Bill Dundee, Jeff Jarrett, the girls on the card. Also Mike Samples and the Gilberts, all in Wynn, Arkansas. Saturday night, September 19th, Baldwin, Mississippi, there at the high school. 7:30, the King, Jerry Lawler, Reno Riggins. The Gilberts on the card. Also ladies match. Brian Christopher, all signed for Baldwin at the high school. Saturday night, also the same night, Humboldt, Tennessee, there at the National Guard Armory. Begins at 8 p.m. Jeff Jarrett, Bill Dundee, Moondog Fifi, Miss Texas, Eric Embry, all on that card in Humboldt. And Jeff Jarrett will be at the Furniture World there in Humboldt on that day. And you can get advance tickets there at Furniture World and save $1 also. Thursday, September 24th, 7:30 in Covington, Tennessee, at the National Guard Armory. You'll see Rock and Roll Express, Jeff Jarrett, Dundee on the card. The Gilbert, Junkyard Dog, Brian Christopher, all lined up for Covington on the 24th. September 26th, 8 p.m., Dyersburg at the Hollis Powell School there. All of the USWA top stars lined up. Also, Jonesboro, Arkansas, October 3rd, back at the Illabelle Community Center there in Jonesboro. All of the USWA top stars lined up for that one. Thursday night, October 8th, Crenshaw, Mississippi. Tickets are on sale at City Hall for Crenshaw. Save $1 on advance tickets. All of the top stars there. Ripley, Mississippi, October 10th at the high school. All the USWA top stars will be there. Selmer at the McNair County High School there. October 22nd. And coming soon, Lexington, Tennessee there at the high school. Gilbert's on the card. Superstar Bill Dundee. All of the USWA top stars signed for Lexington. That's USWA Wrestling on tour, and when it comes to your town, make sure you're right there and see it all.
I think that's going to be the Battle of Lexington right there. Right now, the world champions have joined me, the King and Jeff Jarrett.
Well, it's a pleasure to be out here. Finally, I thought I never was going to get out here. Everything's been going on out here today. First of all, I want to say this. Everybody, you know, I like to come out here and talk about the great audiences we have. I want you to get a shot of them. But you know what? There's a good crowd right there. This is one of the quietest audiences that we've had in a long time. Come on, make some noise over there. There you go. Now, Dave, I wanted to mention a couple places. I saw you mentioned Paragould, Arkansas. I'm going to be over there this afternoon, today at 4 o'clock, the Greene County Fair in Paragould. Looking forward to seeing all of those fine people over there. Then I also wanted to mention that tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, going to be down in Grenada, Mississippi. A lot of great wrestling fans. It's been a while since we wrestled down in Grenada, but I'm going to be down there tomorrow with my softball team. Jeff, we're raising money for a young lady that needs a liver transplant down there. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow, right?
Perfect weather.
Perfect day to come out and see a softball doubleheader. Dave says it's going to be beautiful. Bring an umbrella. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. Great.
We're running out of time here.
Right. That's tomorrow at 1:30 in Grenada, and the first 200 people that come to the ball games down there get a free ticket to all of this big card tomorrow night, Monday night at the Coliseum. It's going to be big, I'll tell you.
Dave, before we talk about Monday night,
go ahead.
I got a busy week also. Thursday, I'm going to be in Shelby, Mississippi, like Corey said. Friday, Wynn, Arkansas. Next Saturday, Humboldt. But before I go to Humboldt, I'm going to be at Furniture World from 3 to 4 o'clock.
Pictures and all that, yeah.
All that kind of good stuff up there.
Okay, very good.
One of them lazy boy recliners while you're there. All right. I'll tell you what. Now, we want to talk a little bit about Monday night because it is, without a doubt, the biggest that I have ever seen. And it is going to be we're involved in a couple of matches. First of all, Mr. Hughes. Now, I have
Big.
only, they ought to call him Mr. Huge because I understand this guy is about 6'7" and weighs nearly 400 pounds, and he's coming straight up from the WCW. I've seen him on the TV tapings down there. I also have seen the young pistol Tracy Smothers. We're going to have our hands full with both of these guys. I understand that, but you know, like Jeff and I were talking back there, when you got these World Tag Team titles, everybody's shooting at them. Everybody wants a shot at them, and that's what we're about. That's what the USWA is about. I'm tickled to death to see the fact that here are other wrestlers from these other organizations starting to come in here and recognize the fact that these are two of the most important titles in the entire wrestling world today. So come on. Bring the best you got from the WWF. Jimmy Hart, I want to tell you once again, Jimmy Hart's been mighty quiet lately.
Sure.
You know, he came out here one week and he talked for about 7 minutes. Talked about how bad the USWA was, how great the WWF was, and now we haven't heard from him since. Jimmy Hart, look around you, boy. There's got to be somebody else up there. Send somebody else down, or better yet, you come yourself, you little scrawny sawed-off punk, and we'll show you what the USWA is all about down here. Tracy Smothers and Mr. Hughes. Tracy Smothers got a bad attitude lately, hasn't he?
Does. You know, Jerry, we was just talking about that also. I remember me and Tracy, he started about 2 years before me, but I remember him when I first started. He was a pretty nice guy, but he seems like he went down to the WCW like other guys do, and they think they're real big time. They think they're big shots. But like Jerry said, now that everybody's recognizing the USWA World Tag titles, they got to come into our backyard, and that's the best part of it, because we got the best fans here in the Mid-South Coliseum. Mr. Hughes, Tracy Smothers, come on down, and you just take a shot at these belts. All you can do is look at them, because you ain't taking them from us.
Can we listen to what Tracy Smothers, didn't he have something to say?
Yeah, we've got an interview. You want to do that right now? Let's listen.
What's attitude on this guy?
Let me introduce myself to all you Memphis morons out there. My name's Tracy Smothers, the Young Pistol. And Monday night, right there at the Coliseum, myself and Mr. Hughes are involved in a USWA World Tag Title match against Jerry the King Lawler and I guess Jeff the Prince Jarrett. Well, guys, let me tell you this, you ain't gonna be champions no longer, because I got my man, Mr. Hughes. He's a man that's 6'6", 375 pounds, and he's all-man, former All-American at the University of Kansas, #1 draft choice for the Dallas Cowboys. The man Junkyard Dog deserted. The man that used to be the bodyguard for the Total Package, Lex Luger. Well, now he's my bodyguard. He's on my side, and I'm paying him and telling him what to do. And what he's going to do, he's going to help me win the USWA World Tag Titles. Guys, your reign's over, man. Your reign is over. You used to be great, but O.J. Simpson used to run touchdowns, and Babe Ruth used to hit home runs, but it ain't like that no more. You see, the difference between y'all and us is that y'all care about all them little snot-nosed, goofy little punk kids out there and all them used-to-be, wannabe 9-to-5ers. Well, we'll knock our grandmother out to win them World Tag Titles. We've been kicking butt and taking names in WCW for the past 2.5 years, and Monday night, right there at the Coliseum, we're going to kick your butt and we're going to take your names because we are going to be the USWA World Tag Team Champions. Bank on it, guys. 6'8". Don't be late. We'll be waiting on you right there at the Coliseum. See you there.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a real attitude.
Yep. Well, Tracy Smothers, you said one thing. You said you've been kicking butt and taking names in the WCW. Well, why do you got to come up to the USWA then? Because you're looking for some real challenges. Because the King and Jeff Jarrett, and that's exactly what we're going to be. You're going to get a shot at these belts. And Tracy, I remember when you used to come down here on Saturday mornings and you'd be happy to have a match. And now you think you're some big-time guy with some Dallas Cowboy draft choice. Well, we don't really care about that. All we care about these belts and the great fans. And come on down to the Coliseum Monday night because we got something for you boys.
That's right. Tracy Smothers, you said Mr. Hughes is your bodyguard. Well, somebody in the audience said you got to have a body to guard, and you ain't got one as far as we're concerned. Let me tell you something. You got a bad attitude, though, and Monday night, you're looking at two boys that's going to give you an attitude adjustment, son.
Monday night's when it'll happen. We'll be back right after this. Ring awaits. We're ready to go with Brickhouse Brown and Hitman Doug Gilbert against Reno Riggins, the Southern Heavyweight Champion. Belt not on the line here because he's wrestling in a tag match with his partner Tony Williams. Reno and Tony ought to make a great tag team. Here comes Brickhouse with Hitman Doug Gilbert as they step into the ring. Referee Kevin Christian is already there, and we are just about set to go with this tag team action coming up on the USWA. Here comes Tony Williams. Here comes Reno Riggins. Reno carrying that Southern heavyweight title with him. And greeting the fans along the way. As soon as they get in there, here's Tony stepping through the ropes. We are going to be set to go with this one.
Boy, I really love that attire that Reno Riggins has on today. Good-looking robe and everything.
Hey, Dave Brown, this is what you've been waiting for. It's time now.
Well, the hitman, Doug Gilbert, says it's time now. This is what you've been waiting for all day. Well, we'll see. He was about to jump Reno from behind. Reno still got that great-looking robe on there, but now that comes off, and we'll see who's going to be starting for either team.
Riggins hands the robe out, and he and Tony Williams.
It's going to be Doug Gilbert, the hitman, starting against Reno. Here we go. Corey Macklin with all the action for you.
Okie doke, we're underway. 1 fall, 10 minutes in time. Riggins and Tony Williams. It's Doug Gilbert and Brickhouse Brown. And Doug comes off the ropes. Big shoulder on Reno Riggins. Comes under, back under again, and good takedown in there from Riggins.
Great move as he just kept him rolling there and rolled the hitman down to the mat. Oh, Doug Gilbert raked him across the eyes.
Nice move again from Reno Riggins to take Brickhouse Brown down. Twisted on that left arm of Brown's. Tags his partner, Tony Williams. Williams comes in. Oh, he first saw Tony Williams when he was teamed up with Brian Christopher and the new kids. And boy, he's come on to be a good wrestler. 1, 2. Good flying press in there from Tony. Takes Doug Gilbert and Brickhouse Brown down and clears the ring.
Tony really fast, using that fast action to frustrate Brickhouse Brown. Brickhouse took a swing at him, missed a couple of times. And Tony Williams is the one that's standing. Yeah, we got him, says Doug Gilbert. Yeah, he didn't look so good there, Doug.
Not at all. Tony Williams takes Brickhouse Brown, and I reverse it here. Brickhouse whips him into the ropes. Oh, boy, just slams him into the other side. From Miami, Florida, the Pacific Northwest champion, Brickhouse Brown. He and Doug Gilbert teaming up. Hitman comes in off the tag from Brickhouse. Slams away at Tony Williams.
Boy, this Doug Gilbert is vicious. Once he gets his opponent at a disadvantage, he will not let up.
He's tough, indeed. You don't agree at all with the tactics that these Gilberts have in here, but they're some kind of tough competitors. Doug Gilbert picks up Tony Williams again. DDT on Tony, takes him down in the middle of the ring. Goes over and tags his partner, Brickhouse Brown. Double clothesline. Both double teaming Tony over here now.
Yeah, Gilbert real slow about leaving after that tag, and I mean real slow.
Oh, yeah. Brickhouse Brown sets Tony up for a suplex in there. Slams him down. Brickhouse Brown picks Tony Williams up.
Yeah, he dropped that backbreaker on him twice. When he first picked him up, it looked like he was going to suplex him again with that side suplex, but he didn't do it. He used the backbreaker. Here's the tag.
Here comes Hitman Doug Gilbert back in. Boy, he just slams away at Tony Williams. Takes Tony, whips him into the turnbuckle. Goes in after him and misses. Tony gets out of the way, and Reno Riggins has got his head out for the tag. Tony calls over and tags Reno Riggins. Reno with a big drop kick. Look at Reno Riggins go after Doug Gilbert and Brickhouse Brown. Tags Tony. They whip Doug Gilbert into the ropes. Double drop kick. Boy, he's got to come over there. He's got him pinned. Reno Riggins is out to Brickhouse Brown. Tony Williams on Doug Gilbert. Referee Kevin Christian trying to get Reno Riggins and Brickhouse Brown separated.
Going past the camera right there and tossing a chain to Brickhouse Brown. Eddie Gilbert. Oh, Brickhouse wrapped that chain around his fist and dropped down on Tony Williams. Now Doug Gilbert's got him covered. Count is 3. And Eddie Gilbert and that goofy chain in here that he tossed into Brickhouse Brown. And that's how Brickhouse and Doug Gilbert get their hands raised with outside interference from Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert.
Well, it wasn't 2 minutes ago that I mentioned about these Gilberts and the tactics they use.
Oh, boy, I tell you what. Let's take a break. We'll be back. Great match coming up. Before we get to it quickly, let's take one more look at the card coming up Monday night. 15 big matches. Going to be a big Pro Wrestling Illustrated taping there. 7:30 is when it all begins. Opening match, Billy Travis against Brickhouse Brown. Eric Embry will be going against Doug Gilbert. Tommy Rich takes on the Hornet. Dutch Mantell against Young Pistol Tracy Smothers. Robert Gibson against Buddy Landell. It'll be Jeff Jarrett against Mike Samples, 2 special referees. Bert Prentice will be 1, but Eddie Marlin will be the other special referee. Southern title on the line as Reno Riggins will be defending against the man he won the belt from to begin with, Brian Christopher. Superstar Bill Dundee will go against Moondog Spot. Moondog Cujo will be going against the Junkyard Dog in a single match. Grudge match. Richard Lee says he asked for this one. Well, he may have his hands full, let me tell you. Rick Morton will be his opponent. Special challenge match. The very large Mr. Hughes will be going against the King, Jerry Lawler. A grudge tag team battle match. Rock and Roll Express against the Moondogs. Then in a first blood match, Bill Dundee and the Junkyard Dog go against Tommy Rich and Buddy Landell. USWA World Tag titles on the line. The King and Jeff Jarrett will be defending against Mr. Hughes and a guy with the attitude, Young Pistol Tracy Smothers. Then the unified world title is on the line. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert will have to defend it against Sergeant Slaughter. 15 matches of all for the end of summer extravaganza coming up Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Well, coming here right now, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Looks like he's got some kind of magazine or something with him. He also has the unified world title around his waist. Oh, he's got Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine here.
First off, I want everyone over here to quit calling me. What are you calling me? You hear that? Jerry Lawler Jr. I think that's exactly why I'm out here right now. Which camera, Coach? Right here. I want everyone to take a look at this month's Pro Wrestling Illustrated, since we all are talking about Pro Wrestling Illustrated so much this day and time. Of the top 10 wrestlers in the world today, the USWA World Heavyweight Champion, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, ranks above the Nature Boy Ric Flair, ranks above Sting, ranks above Hulk Hogan, ranks above any other person in wrestling. And anybody that you see there on that list, Dave Brown, just like I have in the past, I have defeated every wrestler that you and Eddie Marlin and this promotion has thrown at me. Chris Adams, I've defeated him. They can send in anybody from any other organization, the Sergeant Slaughters. They can send in all of them, Dirty White Boys, Tom Pritchards, anybody. I don't really care anymore because my eventual goal is to be #1 at the top of the top 10. And all I want, just like Rodney Dangerfield says, is a little respect from you, okay? That's all.
Well, the way you get respect is to earn it in the ring.
I'm about to right now with Jeff Jarrett.
Well, Jeff Jarrett, I got to tell you, a formidable opponent, and if you can beat him fair and square.
I just want some respect from y'all out here. You don't ever say what a great champion Eddie Gilbert is. You're always knocking me. You're always talking back.
Well, climb in the ring and let's see you beat him fair and square without a chain.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If he's so confident, Jeff said, why don't he just go ahead and put the belt on the line? Eddie didn't hear that. No, of course not. He went walking away. He climbs in there, but I tell you what, if he can beat Jeff Jarrett straight up here today, no chain, no interference from his brother or anybody else, then I will acknowledge that he's a great champion. But until... Hey, well, why is he mad at you? Respect, well, I'm just explaining how you're going to get our respect. When we see you earn a victory fair and square against an opponent, a worthy opponent like Jeff Jarrett. Let's see what happens here, Corey. Oh, look out.
Oh, yeah.
Look out. Doug Gilbert's already out here. And that's one reason it's hard to give them respect when the Gilbert brothers get together to defeat opponents in what is supposed to be a single match.
You got to watch them, I tell you. Whenever one is involved, you see two. It's like 3D or something. The Gilberts, Eddie Gilbert in the ring with Jeff Jarrett. This is an expiration of time to get unified world champion in Eddie Gilbert.
Look at him. Look at him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Come on, Jeff. Jeff had him choking over that middle rope in Crawford.
That's why Eddie Gilbert doesn't get the respect from the fans that he thinks he deserves. That's it right there.
Eddie Gilbert.
There's Doug again interfering. Holding Jeff down on the rope, using the rope to choke him.
Gilbert whips the reversal in. Eddie Gilbert comes on with a big move, though.
Crowd chanting, "We won Lawler." If it's going to be 2 against anything, they want it 2 against 2, and they want Jeff Jarrett's tag partner out here to even it up.
Look at Jeff come off. Big DDT on Eddie Gilbert. Right hand from Jeff. He's got Eddie Gilbert up on the ring apron there. Oh, boy. Look at Doug Gilbert come and grab his leg. Only 2, though. He didn't get him.
Boy, Doug Gilbert thought he had him set up for the 3 count, though. Look at this. Gilbert up on the apron. Oh, but Eddie hits him. Oh, now, look out. Both of them in there. That's going to end it right there. Disqualification on the Gilbert. Oh, and a $1,000 fine for Eddie.
Oh, yeah. Boy, the Gilberts in here. These guys, I tell you, you can't hardly have anything with one of them without the other one showing up.
The crowd.
Someone showing up, though.
Crowd gets a twitch. Here's Lawler to even it up.
The King, Jerry Lawler. Jumps in.
Look out, here's Mike Samples jumping in. He nails Jeff Jarrett from behind. Now Lawler able to grab him. Here comes Reno Riggins to help out. We got a ring full.
Reno Riggins just jumped on Mike Samples. Boy, did he blow on him. Lawler's got Eddie Gilbert. Jeff flips Doug Gilbert up in there. We've got a ring full of it.
Lawler smacks Eddie Gilbert. Picks up a chair. Here comes Jeff to grab Doug Gilbert. Gilbert smacked into the table by Jeff Jarrett.
Lawler throws Eddie Gilbert back in the ring.
Reno and Mike Samples going at it right here in front of the camera.
Oh, they're still going at it. Samples is trying to get out of here. Look at Lawler go over and grab him. Reno nails him.
There they are. Jeff Jarrett's hand raised. He did win the match. He didn't win it quite the way he would like to have. He won it by disqualification, but it is a victory. And I suppose more importantly at this point, he and Jerry Lawler and Reno Riggins have cleared the area of that group of Gilberts and Mike Samples. Finally got them out of here. We'll let them celebrate. Yeah, we'll be back with more in just a moment. Well, again today, all kind of action. I hope nobody left early because they missed a bunch here with that main event that we just had. And Jeff Jarrett getting a win, as we said, not quite the way he wanted to, but he got a win anyway. Huh?
Yeah, indeed, with the Gilberts jumping in there as usual. You can't fight one of them without the other.
Boy, that's the truth.
Boy.
Dundee and Junkyard Dog, always good to see the both of them, and especially together as a tag team here today. They got a victory in their match. Reggie B. Fine contributed to that. He refused to get in there a couple of times. Reno Riggins and Tony Williams going against Brickhouse Brown and Doug Gilbert. Didn't like the way they did it, but Brickhouse and Doug Gilbert got the win there. Brian Christopher, what can you say about him? Boy, but he got the win over Billy Travis thanks to a chain that was tossed to him by Eddie Gilbert.
Indeed.
And, of course, the beginning of it all today, the Moondogs in here. They beat up on the Thurman brothers.
They beat up on them bad in there, too.
Yeah, but it'll all be settled later. Don't forget the action coming up this week. We'll see you next week. Until then, for Corey Macklin, I'm Dave Brown. So long, everybody.
The announcers on this program are selected and paid by parties other than this station, namely the promoters of USWA Championship Wrestling.